again, I have you at the top of the backswing, and on the right and then on the left I have Grant wait. I have drawn a line off of your left hip 90 degrees down to the ground, and then I've drawn a line between your right knee and right ankle. And I want to look at the move that both of you make in the downswing. And you do a pretty good job of emulating the correct move, and I want to focus on that. You're going to see differences, but I want to focus on what you're doing well, mostly. Now to start with, Grant does have a little bit more weight on his left foot, which accounts for why his right leg is angled toward the target a little bit more than yours. Your center of your body is more between the feet. Grant has just a little bit more weight on his front foot at this point in the swing. And that can be improved in your part, but you do make a good move from here anyway, so I want to focus on that. I'm going to frame advance Grant's swing on the downswing, and I want to pay particularly attention to his left hip and how it will go past that red line as he starts down. You can see he's starting to move, he's moving. So when he gets to the golf ball, I'll take it right down to impact, or right in that area. His hip has moved well past where it was, so he's definitely shifted toward the target with his lower body. And then also his right knee, because of that strong shift to the left, it forced his back leg to also move to the left. So there was almost an equal amount of movement for both the left and right side of his body moving towards the target. Now let's take a look at your downswing. Again, we're seeing your hip go past that red line towards the target, right in there. So your hip went past that, and your back leg also moved toward the target. Now you'll notice that what we have videotaped on the right is not a ball swing, but your practice swing. So when you took a practice swing prior to stepping up to that golf ball to hit it, you made an athletic golf swing without thinking about how to do it. You just swung in your most comfortable and natural way, and it simulates very closely the pro move with the lower body. I'm going to clear these lines and focus on another item here. You'll notice that your left foot is flat on the ground. Grant's left foot is flat on the ground. Grant's right foot is angled. Now his is angled more than yours, but yours also is angled. Your spine angle is tilted this way, just like Grant's is. Your eyes are down to the ground, just like Grant's is. Your arms are extended, just like Grant's are. So all of those things look really good. I'm going to take you up to the 9th position. This is when the right arm is parallel to the ground. Very good. Your right arm is basically reaching to the target. Okay, Ken, now we're going to compare your practice swing to your ball swing. The swing on the left is your ball swing, and you can see that the front leg, the left leg, is angled a little bit more away from the target than your practice swing. Left leg on your ball swing is angled that much, usually an indication that you swayed a little bit more to the back foot in your backswing. Let's now start the downswing. Do the practice swing first. You can see how that left hip is pushing hard towards the target. And then right through the hitting zone. So this is where your hip is now, right through impact. So you've definitely moved your lower body towards the target quite a few inches there. Also the back leg is now angled more towards the target. Let's take it down with your ball swing. Left hip starting to move a little bit. Left hip really has stopped moving. It moved initially and for about right there, And then it just kind of turned. We're no longer shifting. Then as we hit the ball, your hip is there. But your back leg really hasn't done much at all. I want to focus on this front foot first. And you can see that with your practice swing, you kept the left foot flat on the ground and your left heel is lifting upward. Also, you have a lot more spine angle and tilt here, move it because you've slid your hips under, which is good. You have a lot less here. Tilt of your spine on the right is the more preferred angle that you want to have through impact. Take you to the 9th position. This back leg here is even more. You even have some angle now in this leg. This hip has really gotten out there. You're basically still square to the hitting zone. You really haven't turned your right side at all. This foot is still up in the air. From the center of your body to this is kind of your spine angle here. This is your spine angle here. So the swing on the right is more correct in its athletic movement through the ball. It's the one that you do without having to think about anything because you're not swinging out a golf ball. You're just swinging athletically and naturally. When there's a ball there, the mechanics of your body movements change. Over time, you're going to want to try to slowly let your ball swing start to look more like your practice swing because they contain the better fundamentals of a golf swing.
So let me see you do it without a ball. Boom. See, I don't want this. I want us to only go to about right here. I want these elbows close to each other. That's it. And instead of turning your head with it, you want to kind of lean, kind of arch, push your belt buckle underneath your eyes. There you go. Good. In fact, I was watching your back foot. It was going like that, which is exactly what the pros do. They go like that. We don't want to be going like this. We want to lean. We want to push our belt buckle towards, get that extension, that lower body. But I want your eyes still here when you hold your pose here.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Again, in this section, the weed eater was too loud to hear anything I was saying, but we were working on how to get that release to create some speed by relaxing the arms. And it's not how fast the arm swings; it's being relaxed enough that it'll release with the proper golf swing. And so you did some drills, some swish drills with this stick to get that feeling.
But those pros, when this right hand is even with their shoulder, when their right arm is parallel to the ground, they look just like this. That left hand's out at the target. They're not like at the target here. They're here. Ooh, that's the one I want right there. Just hear that? Wow. Good golfer right there. What the hell? This thing almost looks like it's almost trying to draw back.
I tell you, I never thought you'd swing that hard and hit it that straight.
Let me see which club it is. 7, not the 5.
5, that's 5.
Oh, that one that you hit went further than I think you're fine.
I like that one.
Ever so slightly. I said that way for a purpose. A lot of people, when I ask them to make a small change in their grip, they overdo it. I don't want you to overdo it, but I do want you to just ever so slightly strengthen your left hand.
Okay.
That's a good start. That release. Feel good?
Yeah.
Man, those are just powered out there. Good. I'll fix that in a minute. I've got to have you consistently releasing it, hitting it consistently solid. All right, now, very consistent pattern, all going way too far right. You've got to get that club face square. I need you to swing 4 or 5 times. When you look down, I want you to see a black label. I don't want you to point the back of your hand to the target. Okay, let's hit 5 balls. Make sure this is brand new strong. Low, but a little draw. That was effortless.
Yeah.
Good. And then start swinging out more. But you got to start with a new left hand. I knew that was going to be that way because you had the old left hand.
I did.
Yes. If you don't get the hands right, I don't care how many other things you do right, the hands are going to sabotage you every time. You can do a lot of things wrong, but if your hands are right, you can do a lot of good shots. Got to get the hands right. Your hands are just not right. Oh, I love that shot. Ooh, I love that. I mean, you'll shoot, you won't break 100 with it, but right now I love it. Get a nice little consistent draw. Now, in your 8 years of playing, have you ever played with your left hand that far over?
No.
Okay. So we're comparing 8 years to 5 minutes. That great little high draw doesn't exist with that other grip. That's a high draw. That's a solid, compressed golf ball. And they're starting to cluster. They're landing all in the same spot.
Yeah.
They're not going crazy different directions. See, that becomes, you had both a face and a path problem. You had a path that was 10 degrees left, and you had a face that was sometimes right, sometimes left, sometimes right. Now we're seeing a big consistency. Man, you just power that ball. Ooh, starting to get a keeper now. Look for the others. That's a golf shot right there.
Now this thumb should be sucked in, right? Not strengthened out.
There are good players that have long thumbs, and they're good players that have short thumbs. I'm not a fanatic about that.
Okay, I've been trying to suck it in. I'm about this time.
Yeah. So right now, today it's all about teaching the hands. Some other time we'll have to teach the lower body how to move properly. My real goal is for you to be uncomfortable with the old grip, where that feels really weird to you. And I can't believe I used to grip it that way. That just feels awful to the hand. That's where I need to get you to. High draw. Move that ball a little bit more to your left side, and it won't curve quite so much. That club path was 7.2 to the right. A little better. I want you to move it off, put it on your left toe.
That's what I get.
When you go that far left?
No, whenever I take a strong grip.
Yeah. Well, this next one won't do that. This next one's going to be the prettiest shot you ever hit, hopefully. Now that we've got this in a better position, right now, what's close to the face is probably a little bit more your right hand than left hand. But I want this to be more on top. Not a lot, just a little bit more than you're used to. Push against my shoe. You're almost hitting it back this way. So we have a little stronger left hand, but we've moved this hand a little bit more square. Oh, I love it. That we can work with.
Like,
Now we got both hands in optimal pro finish, pro position. Man, that's beautiful. Those are perfect. Those are pro numbers right there. We got a 4 path and a 2 face.
wow. What is that one?
200 carry, 235 total. Club head speed is 87. Spin rate 2,400.
That good or bad?
That's good. You want to be under 3,000. By making one small change, we completely change that ball.
Yes.
It's no longer low and left. It is high.
Should I have done that with the irons?
Oh yeah.
I'm gonna try it one more time.
Okay. So slightly stronger left hand and what we call neutral with the right. Where the right hand is in the same plane as the face of the club. Stop.
I'm gonna try this too, instead of this.
Okay. Put more pressure on it. Wow, Ken. Look at that and come back to you.
Yeah, that was nice.